trying to find. Yes, we're gonna make it.
Good. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come on in and join us. Come on in. Why don't you hit share? Come on in. We will be beginning in a few moments. We're giving everyone a chance to join us. Good evening, Crystal. Good evening, Mother Vasi. Good evening, Tanya. Good evening. So happy you all are joining us tonight.
Share your page with me, will you? I got it. There you go. Thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Watch Global Ministries, and I am Elder Shamika Elam, the Director of Education. And we have with us on this evening our President and CEO, Pastor Brenda Stringfellow, and we have our Director of Health, Dr. Yolanda Harper Moore. She is also the Vice President of Watch Global Ministries. And so before I turn it over to her, I just want to say thank you again for joining us. We ask that you would please share, because we want as many people as possible to be able to get this awesome information. We have been here all week and we are now on our fourth day. On Monday, we had our Vice President and Director of Health, Dr. Yolanda Harper Morris, and she talked about cardiovascular health and helped us to understand about our heart and how to prevent trouble in the future. Also on Tuesday, we had Don Vicky Foster, the general manager for Chicagoland Fat Loss Camp. And she talked to us about exercise. And she also did a live workout session with us. And on yesterday, we had the great Master Chef Bishop Larry Donnell Trotter, and he did a live cooking demonstration for us and talked to us about preparing healthy meals. And so we're asking that if you missed any of the past sessions, that you will go on our Facebook page at Sister Time Bible Study Series and view them, because it is such tremendous information that was given out. So without further ado, and to take us further on tonight, I will be turning this over to our Vice President and Director of Health, Dr. Yolanda Harper Morris.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We are Watch Global Ministry. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We work with women and children in the community. We have done a lot of things this year, and we appreciate your continuous support, and we ask that you continue to support us. Tonight is our fourth night, and I'm going to introduce to you Kellye Davis. She is a wellness health coach, and she's an online clinical regional director of Total Life Changes. She's going to talk about this stuff that we get in our digestive system that we need to get rid of. So let's listen to her. We're going to bring her on. She's a mom of 3, and she's been working on this for quite a while. And she's also a nurse, so she's got double knowledge. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Ms. Kellye Davis.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for that incredible introduction. I got to give it back up to you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate being able to just share on this platform and, just to be able to speak clearly and openly about what a lot of people don't like to talk about, or maybe a little embarrassed to talk about. What I'm going to talk about it today, gut health. So, once again, thank you for having me, and I'll just jump right into it for the sake of time. I am Kellye Davis, and I have been in the nursing field for 11 years now. I was able to walk away from nursing. I planned to do that about 5 years ago. I wanted to just be able to help people. I believe that I have a gift, a servant heart, and a gift just to help people. And so I landed in the nursing field about 11 years ago. I never had a desire to be a nurse. That's a whole nother story. But it just seemed like nursing just fell upon me. And I've seen a lot of different things in my career. As of May 29th, I was able to finally step out of that career and do what I do full time, which is talk to people about health and wellness using a vehicle called Total Life Changes. I'll just say that for short. And so, as I stated earlier, in my nursing career, I've seen a lot. All right, I've seen a lot of different things that, let me just say, wasn't so good, and a lot of different, and a lot of things that could have been prevented. And one of the things that we don't really get to talk about is gut health, or a lot of people are not really familiar with gut health. Like I said, I've been in nursing field for 11 years, and I learned how the body functions properly, and how the body dysfunctions. All right, and a lot of diseases come from the gut. A lot of diseases come from the gut. And so when I got involved in Total Life Changes about 2.5 years ago, that's what we specialize. We specialize in getting our guts cleaned, right? By using a product called ISO Detox C. I'll talk about that a little later. But I wanted to just give you guys just an idea of what health is. A lot of people feel that, they are healthy and they're walking around. I know you guys talked about heart health or whatever, and that is major, especially in the African American female community, heart disease. And a lot of people walk around and they don't really understand what's going on in their bodies. They may feel okay, but they don't feel good. They don't feel good. So what I wanted to talk about is just 3 definitions of what health is before I actually transition to digestive health. So the first definition that I read upon about what health is the absence of any dis-ease or impairment, right? Any dis-ease or impairment, and disease is just what it is, a dis-ease in the body. And I believe that any dis-ease can be corrected, right? So the health is the absence of any disease or health any health is the absence of any disease or impairment in the body. How many people can actually say that they are free from a dis-ease or some sort of an impairment? The biggest scare that I've had in my 38 years on this planet is me remembering that I suffer from a vitamin D deficiency, and nobody could find out what was going on with me. I had symptoms from And this started at the age of 30. Up until 30, I pretty much was healthy, even though I did things to that would probably could have destroyed my liver and kidneys, if you guys know what I mean, in my 20s, you know. But when I in my 30, well, when I turned 30, I began to have just subtle symptoms just start to creep up on me. I remember going blind in my left eye when I was coming home from work. I remember that I had a feeling of numbness and tingling in my left arm, right? I remember coming out of a patient's room and I just fell. And I remember having a burning sensation going up and down my spine. I just knew something was wrong with me. And as a nurse, we think the worst. Okay, Lord, I got cancer. Oh my God, I'm about to die, you know, and I'm just thinking of all these different things. So I go to the hospital, not one time, not two times. I went to several different hospitals trying to tell them that something is going on with me. And clinically, they could not, excuse me, I have baby brain. I'm almost 9 months pregnant, so I sort of forget my words, but they couldn't find out what was going on with me. They ran different CAT scans, CT scans, MRIs. I even had a spinal tap done to see if I had multiple sclerosis. One doctor said he's seen something on my brain. I'm like, I am 30 years old. I just got married. I'm dying, period. Like, this is it, you know, so and I'm a nurse, so I'm trying to figure these things out, and I could not find out, or nobody else could tell me what was going on with me. And that was the biggest scare I would have to say that I had in my life. And coming to find out, I went to one specialist, and it was an intern, a young intern there. And she said, hey, I read that some of these symptoms that you are having could be associated with a vitamin D deficiency. So I'm like, I don't care. Run the test. Whatever we got to do, just run the test. And something so simple as a vitamin D deficiency, and my levels were critically low, caused all of these different problems, right? Just a slew of just problems. And so what I found out is not only do a lot of African American people suffer from a vitamin D deficiency because we live in the Midwest, but a lot of us are not absorbing the proper vitamins, yet alone not getting enough because of the way our foods are processed and made, you know, in the U.S. But our bodies are not adequately absorbing the nutrients, and the vitamins that are needed to sustain life. And so for some reason, my vitamin D got to the point where it caused all these problems, and my body wasn't absorbing vitamin D as it should. And that's what I found out. So no, I was not dying, even though it felt like it. But something so simple as a vitamin D had me feeling like I was about to die. And now when I hear different symptoms, I'm very aware of that. And so I always tell people to make sure you get your levels checked, you know, your iron and all of those things are important, you know. So that particular situation could have caused a whole slew of, you know, of other illnesses, because we do know that vitamin D is also linked to cancer. Vitamin D deficiency is also linked to different cancers. All right. So number two, a state of health is also a state that allows an individual to adequately cope with all the demands of daily life. All right. We hear it all the time. Stress kills. Stress kills. All right. I know so many people in my husband's age group. He's 13 years older than me, and they have heart attacks. You know, they're working jobs, you know, trying to meet the demands of life, and they're just dropping dead. 3 of them I know personally had heart attacks. One female had a stroke in her sleep. You know, woke up one day, she just couldn't walk, and to this day she still can't walk, and she's not even 40 years old yet. You know, so a lot of that stress has to do with, you know, us becoming ill and becoming sick. Now, What I will say when it comes to gut health, I'm gonna try to tie this in for the sake of time, because I can get long with it and I don't want to be that way on this live. But let's talk about stress and the gut. All right, a lot of people that have that are dealing with different types of stress. Not all stress is bad, but when you're dealing with certain types of stress, you begin to pack on belly fat in your abdomen. All right, you begin to pack on fat in your abdomen. Why? Because your digestive system slows down when you are stressed out. And so when your digestive system slows down, all the waste, even if you're having regular bowel movements, all of the waste is being packed on. It's called, and it causes a hormonal imbalance in the gut. And so cortisol, thank you, cortisol begins to accumulate in the gut. All right, everything is moving slowly, and you see people, especially men, with those big old bellies, and everything else is small, so now you're having gut issues because of the stress that's going on in your life. The last definition that I want to talk about is a state of health is also a state of balance or or equilibrium that an individual has established within himself and between himself and social and physical environments. Our environment, whether it be socially, a lot of young people are hanging out with other young people and they're getting involved in recreational drugs and things like that, and that's putting stress on the body, which is making your body very ill, or that can lead to illnesses. Your physical environment, if you're in abusive relationships, anything that's not, that is not healthy for the body, even a filthy environment plays a role on your health, right? That I've seen a lot of people who just live in filth. And I believe that your external environment is a reflection of your internal environment. So that plays a role in your health. So while we're talking about digestion, that's something that you guys wanted me to talk about. I'll just start with this. Digestion begins in the mouth. All right, I'm gonna just give you a quick lesson, just real quick. Digestion begins in the mouth. It goes down the esophagus, down into your stomach, into your liver, your kidneys. When I say whatever you're ingesting, food, alcohol, whatever you're putting in your mouth, goes down into the kidneys, the liver, and then eventually ends up in the intestines and out of the rectum. So it's a lot of different processes that that one goes through when digesting anything by mouth. And so where we get caught messed up is that anything that is disruptive in the digestive tract, you're in trouble. All right, you are in trouble. There are people who suffer from acid reflux disease that disrupts the digestive process. People who suffer from different leaky gut syndromes. I mean, I didn't seen it all. You have people who have fluid in their stomachs. I mean, it's really bad. So just think about this. If your body is not properly digesting the food, I'm just going to talk about food for right now. If your body is not properly digesting food, then you're not getting adequate nutrients to the body. All right. If you're not getting adequate nutrients to the body, which leads to sickness or disease. If you're constantly putting the wrong things in the body and it's not being properly cleansed, then that could lead to also disease or illnesses. So I'll just jump into, let's see, for the sake of time. Do you guys want me to just start talking about the products? Okay, cool. So I know that from my experience, I was the type of young lady, and I run across so many young ladies who experience what I have had. And that was me not being able to eliminate my bowels. Is constipation a sign of digestive health issues? Absolutely. Absolutely. I was not speaking of constipation. Well, I wasn't constipated. I just wasn't eliminating like I should. All right. Technically, anything that goes in must come out. All right. Anything that comes in, it must comes out. It must come out. And so I wasn't going to the bathroom like I should. Now check this. You have people, and you can tell, and I see it. I see it more frequently now because I'm into gut health. But I see, a lot of people who suffer from maybe eczema, acne, who have foul breath. If your breath is foul in the morning, like it's okay to have like morning breath, but like if it's really bad, then you probably have some internal stuff going on in your gut. All right. And there's no shade, but for real, people who have like halitosis and stuff like that, the body is going to expel what it needs to expel by the way of our pores, our breath, our urine, and our feces, right? So, if people have foul breath, they may have a gut issue. A lot of people who have skin issues, a lot of skin issues is associated with poor digestion. Just lost my train of thought real quick. Back to my story. So I wasn't going to the bathroom as much. I would go to the bathroom, and I'm meeting more women like this who, only once or twice a week, if that. And I was like this for years. Yes, for years. Going to the bathroom once or twice a week, feeling so full and just gross, food just piling on top of, and I did suffer from bad skin as in my 20s. You'll think, you grow out of the puberty stage or whatever, but I remember having bad skin and always trying to use foundation to cover up, my acne and stuff, not associating it with, poor digestion. All right, Brenda say, what steps can you take to help your digestion process and improve digestion and health? All right, so what I began to do, and this is different ways that you can actually improve your digestion. Now, digestion is, I always tell people, number one, you want to make sure you are regularly seeing somebody. Get your blood work done. Pretty much, get your blood work done. Your blood work will tell little things that may be going on with your body that you may not recognize. All right, because good toxins and stuff build up in your bloodstream and all of that. So a few ways that you can start getting your digestive system in order. You definitely want to eat fiber. You definitely want to drink lots and lots of water, and you want to move your body. You want to move your body as much as you possibly can. Now, in my 20s, I was going to the store. I was buying laxatives. I was buying Ducalax. I was buying milk and magnesia. I was drinking, what is the name of magnesium citrate, I believe that's what it's called. I was taking some of everything to make sure that, to try to get the food and stuff out of my body, which I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. So anyway, fast forward, here I am. I'm 30 years old. I'm 35 years old, almost 36. And I come across what I'll tell you about some of the products that I use now that helps aid in cleansing the body. Not just your digestive system, but your organs, your liver, your kidneys, your blood. And it's called the ISO Detox Tea. And so when I got into Total Life Changes, this is what our flagship product was. I was given a pack of tea by my good friend, Dr. Kara Scott Denley, and she gave me this tea, which is all natural, it's kosher, and it's halal, meaning anybody can drink it. I made the tea as directed. I drank it, and on the third day, I went to the bathroom, and I had what I like to call a spiritual experience. Like, I went to the bathroom, and this bowel movement was nothing like I had. that I can remember. And I remember getting up, and I encourage you guys to look at your poop, because your poop tells a story about what's going on in your body. All right. If you have yellow poop, then more than likely something is going on with your liver. If your poop just floats at the top, then you need some more. You need some more fiber. You want to look at the color, the consistency. You know, if your poop is not bulking up and is liquid, then you have something going on. It could be a parasite. It could be whatever going on in your stomach. And a lot of this stuff you could just Google. You know, you can Google and research it, but I do encourage everybody to look at their poop. If it's dark and red in color, you may have some type of internal bleeding going on. So, and that's not to scare you or to gross you out, it's just real talk, you know. So in the nursing field, we get in trouble if we don't report a patient who has not had a bowel movement in 3 days, or if we're not documenting what color, the consistency and all that stuff is, because that's important. That's important to your health. So fast forward, she gave me the tea. I went to the bathroom, I screamed, and I'm like, oh my God, my husband was like, what's wrong with you? I said, you gotta come see this. And he was like, and he said, I think you need to go to the hospital. I said, no. I said, Kara told me that if I see anything strange in the water, that it's okay. Don't freak out, because of what we're eating and digesting. And I used to love ham. Like, I used to love ham all day long. I mean, I could eat ham all day long, and I knew that one, right? And the way I was eating it, but not to say that the ham is what caused it, but I'm sure it contributed to, my poor eating habits. But I mean, and it contributes to that rope worm that I found in the toilet. That's what it was, a rope worm. And I'll just show you guys. If you guys got a weak stomach, then just turn your head, because I took a picture of it and I blew it up, because I'm like, these folks ain't gonna believe this came up out of me. So this is the picture of what came out of me. Yes, I scooped that bad boy to the side, and the rest is like coiled in the toilet like a snake. The rest is coiled in the toilet like a snake. Okay. And so I was like, oh my God. I didn't feel it come out, but I seen it. And so I just started Googling images that look like that. And I found the identical image, and it was called a rope worm, ROPE. You can look that up, a rope worm. And depending on the length of the rope worm lets me know how long it's been in my body. That thing started out like this, and over the years, it grew and grew and grew and grew. And anything that's growing is what is living. So it's eating and it's pooping in my bloodstream. Yeah, this stuff is real. It's a movie called What's Eating Me? Google it. All right. So I was like, okay, Kara, whatever that tea is that you done gave me, I need it. I gotta have it. And I just started drinking it. And that's how I became a distributor in the company of Total Life Changes. So can food allergies cause poor digestion? Can food allergies cause poor diet? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. You might have to look that one up. But I'm going to look that up myself. I don't know about food allergies causing poor digestion, but I do know that if you have, if you're allergic to some type of food, then you probably shouldn't be taking it or eating it. So yeah, I don't know about that one. But I started to drink the tea, and I just started detoxing my body. I'm regular. I go to the bathroom every single day now, maybe once, maybe twice. Once or twice a day. I'm in that bathroom, and that's something that has never happened to me before. And it's because I just decided to start detoxing. And so I am an advocate for detoxing. Detoxing is a little different from getting colonics. I used to get colonics, but you have to keep going back to get colonics in order for them to be really effective. So I never really wanted to go back after I got the first colonic, just because of how uncomfortable it made me feel. So I just found something that was natural organic, halal, and I just started drinking the tea. So that's what I'm an advocate for, is cleansing your gut. A lot of people, they can't lose weight because they have poor gut health. You know, your body is, there's a young lady that I was working with. She was about maybe like 60, 70 pounds overweight. She wanted to lose some weight and she just couldn't lose the weight. And she started to detox her body with some of our products. And now she had congestive heart failure as well. And she just started detoxing her body, getting her body clean, getting it back into its natural state. And this young lady is, she's an advocate also now and a distributor for our company. Her name is Crystal Brown, and she just looks amazing. She feels better, and she's able to move around and get around with her grandchildren and stuff like that. So good gut health is definitely important. People who's trying to gain weight, some people can't gain weight because they have poor gut health. Your body is not absorbing. Everything is absorbed in the intestines. All right, it's absorbed in the intestines. So if your intestines are full of Thanksgiving food from 2012, you know, I'm just for real. Like, some people have 20 pounds of undigested waste sitting in their bellies. I see this stuff for real, for real. Yes, and you know, if it's not functioning properly, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be sluggish. You're gonna, you know, be moody. Do you know your gut plays a role in how, you know, your mood? You know, I'd be like, wow, you just full of right? Can I say that on here? Oh God, this is a Christian show, ain't it? Sorry. But that's for real. That came from a place. That's for real. You know, that came from a place. So, you know, you want to just make sure that your body is getting rid of the toxins and getting rid of, you know, the things that it needs to, you know, it needs to, so it can function properly. I always use this analogy. Imagine having a car for 10 years and never getting the oil change, expecting it to run properly. It's just like your body, you know, never giving it, you know, a detox or a good flush, even a good fast. A good fast is also good for detoxing as well. So, am I over my time, you guys? I got 10 minutes. So if you don't mind, I'll just jump right into some of these products that we offer. Is that cool? All right, so the tea that I was referring to, it is called the IASO detox tea. It looks like this. It comes in a brew form. It comes in an instant form. This is our instant form. You just put it in a bottle of water, you shake it up, you drink it and go. Most people lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Some people, a friend of mine, he lost 9 pounds in 5 days, but really it's waste. It's a lot of waste, water waste and poop that's just coming out. The tea is all natural. It's made of 9 different herbs, and they are herbs probably our grandmothers used to cook with: holy thistle, blessed thistle, papaya leaf, ginger, myrrh, chamomile, all those good things. So the tea is very gentle on the body. Some people can tolerate 2 teas. I'm doing a live, you guys. Some people can tolerate 2 teas a day. Some people just do the 1. It really doesn't matter. This tea has fiber in it, so it's definitely going to help you feel fuller faster. Anything that has fiber in it that you are taking is going to help you to feel fuller faster, and you won't eat as much. So that's why fiber is so important for digestive health, or for people who are trying to lose weight. So after we're detoxing, you can drink that tea every single day. It's not one of those flat tummy teas where you take it for 10 days and then that's it. You can drink this every single day if you choose. All right, so we're detoxing with this. It's safe enough for children. I have a guy who is my client, and he gives the tea to his dogs. He's a dog breeder, and he gives it to his dogs and help his dogs to get rid of waste. All right, so we're cleansing with the detox tea, and then we're replenishing our bodies. Tim, My husband just got to be in on it, on everything I do. That's Tim, you guys. That's Tim. So we're replenishing with the NutriBurst. This is a liquid multivitamin. I believe that almost everybody in my family is on this NutriBurst. NutriBurst is a liquid multivitamin. It goes straight into the bloodstream. And here's Tim again. Tim has his own NutriBurst. His NutriBurst is NutriBurst Plus. All right, and I take the regular NutriBurst. Y'all, you got to be in on every Zoom I do. But God bless him. And so the NutriBurst that Tim takes has something in it for heart health. It is called CoQ10. It's good for heart health. So he takes the NutriBurst Plus. I take the regular NutriBurst. I am almost 9 months pregnant, so I just stick with the NutriBurst. The NutriBurst, any liquid, any vitamin, anything liquid in its liquid forms goes straight into the bloodstream, and you feel it immediately. Tim. So, it goes straight into the bloodstream, and you just feel amazing. So a lot of people use this for energy. If you're trying to lose some weight, it also decreases your appetite. So we're flushing out all of the toxins in our body, in our system, and then we're replenishing with a liquid multivitamin. If you guys are not on a multivitamin, which I know any and everybody who is over the age of 5, dealing with everything that we got going on, should be and better be on the multivitamin. I don't care if it ain't this, but you gotta be on the multivitamin. You have to. You gotta, because that's the name of the game right now, is boosting the immune system. Where's your immune system? In your gut. It's in your gut. You gotta be. And I'm a big stickler for that one. My 16-year-old is on it. My 6-year-old is on it. The new baby is on it. I'm on it. Everybody is on the NutriBurst. My parents are on it. So you want to replenish with this. And then if anybody is looking for like energy supplements and stuff, we do specialize in natural energy supplements. I do not believe you should be getting Red Bulls, 5-hour energy drinks, or anything like that from the gas station and putting it in your bodies. It is not good for your liver or your kidneys. So with that being said, do anybody have any questions? I feel like I've been talking a whole lot. I'm doing good. All right, so this is I'll show you our energy supplement. This is our energy supplement. It comes in like a little capsule. It's a vegetable capsule, and it gives you enough energy to last you throughout the day. It has something in it called 5-HTP, which enhances your mood. Like I said, all natural. It has natural caffeine in it. If you have high blood pressure, then I do not recommend anybody taking anything with the caffeine or any caffeine in it or whatever. Just check with your doctors or whatever. But our products are amazing, and that's what really sold me on this company. As I stated earlier, I was able to walk away from my job May 29th of 2020, and it's because I just shared these products with a lot of people who shared it with other people, and I just generated a 6-figure business from my table because these products are amazing. I think I've seen a question. What can you do to naturally raise your vitamin D level? You get some sun. Get some sun. That's the best way to get in vitamin D really fast. But you need to know your levels. You need to know your levels. So if you go and you ask your physician to give you and you want to check your vitamin D levels, and you can know where you are, then that'll let you know if you're going to need some supplements. I was on supplements for about 2 years at a high dose to get my levels back up. Like I said, mine were critically low to the point where I could not speak. I could not, I had brain fog. It was just a mess. And something as simple as that, something that it was $10. My vitamin D cost me $10. And I done racked up all them hospital bills. My husband thought I was crazy. And I said, no, something is wrong with me. So how can I get the products? If I guess maybe I could send, put the link in somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where I could put the link, but I'll make sure I'll leave the link maybe in the comments on the Facebook Live, so you guys can. And then if you're in the Chicagoland area, I have products on hand. If you guys are looking, you know, if you don't want to order online, then I have them here. Okay, we're good. I can't hear you.
Mute.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kellye. Thank you so much. That rope is something else. That rope is something else. But I hope that that was a lesson. That was the information and the vitamin D deficiency. And I know you wish you would have found all of that prior to making up, like you said, racking up those hospital bills. But thank you very much. Please put your link in the chat box, or on the Facebook, so people can contact you if they need to do so. Any other questions, panel?
Yes, there's a question that just came in. It says, did you say if you have high blood pressure, you shouldn't take the vitamins? Is that what you said, Kellye?
No, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, not the vitamin, the NRG. The NRG, yes. Now I say that because it does have caffeine in it. It has caffeine in it, and it doesn't give you the jitters or the shakes or anything like that. But I'm very leery on giving people, especially with high blood pressure, and depending on your numbers. My grandmother takes NRG every day, and she don't care that she got high blood pressure, and it doesn't affect her at all. So I just say, if you have high blood pressure, then you want to be careful with consuming extra caffeine.
There's another question. Is there enough vitamin D in the NutriBurst?
Yes, it is enough vitamin D in the NutriBurst for somebody who is not vitamin D deficient. If you are vitamin D deficient, then you're probably going to need to add a vitamin D supplement. Right now, I take the vitamin D capsules because I'm pregnant. I take 2,000, which is standard for every woman or everybody. 2,000 IUs a day is what you can take. I take that in addition to the NutriBurst because I'm pregnant.
Are you pregnant?
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Okay, so we know that women are more prone to checking their health and more knowledgeable about their health, and more watch our health more than anyone, than a man. So how would you say, and this might be a little off, but how did you encourage Tim to start taking the vitamin D? I want you guys to know.
The NutriBurst.
The NutriBurst, right? And I want you guys to know, just before she answered, that this is my daughter Kellye and my granddaughter Savannah.
Hey, look, say hey, Grandma.
Hey, Savannah. And I'm very proud of the work you're doing and everything. So, how did you encourage Tim, your husband, as a male figure, to start taking vitamin and to pay attention to his health?
Well, I knew that Tim he still does get up at 2:30 every single morning, and it was a struggle for him to just to get up and get going to get to work. And so I knew that the NutriBurst gives you a jolt of energy. It gives you energy. So I knew that's what he needed in the morning. So he was willing to try something, because when he walked out the door, he would go grab his work truck, and then he'll hit the gas station and get a 5-hour energy drink or a coffee. So I said, well, let's try, I said, why don't you just try the the NutriBurst and just see how you feel. He don't know what's in the NutriBurst. He could care less what's in the NutriBurst. He liked the way it make him feel. He did not like the taste of this one, so he liked the taste of the NutriBurst Plus. So now, every morning he get up, you know, he take it, and his thing, if he could save $1, he will, you know. So that was also one of the reasons why, you know, he said, okay, hey, if I invest in a bottle of NutriBurst, which is $60, I can stop drinking my coffee. I can stop buying the 5-hour energy drinks or whatever. And he just liked the way it felt, how it made him feel. Tim is very, it's very hard to convince him to take products, you know, because he feel like everything don't work, you know. But when I got him on the NutriBurst, he don't like the way he feels without it. So it was sort of one of those things that I, you know, but he can't tell you one thing that's in the NutriBurst.
Any other questions?
Nope, no more questions on this end.
No more questions? Okay, well, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you all for joining us. We have one more night, Yes, one more night. And tomorrow night is gonna be Tiffany Applewhite. She is a nurse practitioner. She is going to talk about reproductive health. It's gonna be focused on women, but guess what? She got some information for the men.
Yes.
So women, what you need to do, you need to talk to your brother, spouse, friend, and have them to come on and listen to what they need to, because we really got to push them. We really have to push them. But I'm not going to leave the ladies out, because sometimes we don't want to do it either. But thank you very much. Tune in tomorrow for our last night. And this weekend, this Saturday, we having a basketball hoop on the 29th. So we got a couple of teams. The youth is going to go out there. Pastor Sean is going to work with them, and may the best team win.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And Kellye, thank you from the wellness coach. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Awesome.
God bless you.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye.